All right, guys, we're live. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hopefully nothing's wrong with this thing. Almost every day it's something with this thing. So let's get rocking and rolling. Let's show some stuff. Pay attention, take some notes, and practice. I tell you every week, whatever we're doing after I'm done explaining, go ahead and practice in front of the mirror, in the air. Grab your wife out of the kitchen. Grab her out of the garage if she's doing an oil change. Whatever it is you guys do out there. I don't know. Your personal life is, my wife does oil changes, so. All right, remember we were talking about reference points the other day? High reference point, good. Low reference point. All right, so from a low reference point, we're just gonna do what we call ping choi gua choi. So it's 1 and then 2. It's a bottom fist or a back fist, doesn't matter. I think they mainly go with a back fist, but a bottom fist is just as good if you don't wanna hurt your knuckles, just in case you drop your head. I don't wanna hit with my knuckles. So we're gonna start at high reference point. So we're gonna touch high, touch low, and then go for the ping choi gua choi. So that's exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna do the technique. So we're gonna go 1, 2, then you're gonna pin my arm and hit. There you go. See how you're grabbing? Just pin it and go. Just pop, pop. And you see how I'm leaning in? That's what you wanna do, and then lean right back. Lean into it, and then get back out of range, all right?
And your son did teach me this, that when with the back fist, that rather than hitting it like that, that you would do a wrist snap.
Whip it, just think about the throttle of a bike, because that's the problem with 90, I don't know anybody else who does it, so it might be 100% of back fist taught. Everybody teaches the back fist, boom. So your chances of hitting with the back of your hand are probably higher. I just look at it this way. This part of your hand is way bigger than this part. You got this much knuckle area, and then you got this much back of the hand. It's like probably 4 times. So you're 4 times more likely, because that's math. What do they call it? Murphy's Law? Plus, it's just fact. There's a bigger surface area here, and if you're throwing it like this, I mean, it's never made sense to me to do that. I mean, yeah, you might hit with that, but
Okay.
so you know what I mean. But if I go like this, the chances of this hitting are none. Look at it. This is what I'm trying to hit, and we're back here. You see? So you want to hit, boom. So you flick it at the end, so that this, there you go, and you hear that flick. So you engage high. I'll do it the first time. Engage low, and then pop. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, good. 1, 2, good. 1, 2, good. There you go. Now on your step, a little more of just a light step, more of a lean, so it's not so much a step. Just a little, there you go. Boom, so it happens quick. You sneak in there, get everything in, boom. Okay, and remember, chin's always down, right? Good. Keep that other hand up when you're doing it. So no matter what you're doing, don't have both hands just down here like this, even a little higher. Bop, bop. Good. You know, follow me. Don't. If I don't go, stay there. If you drop your hand before I drop mine, I drop your hand towards, like, if you're gonna do this, go ahead. You drop yours first. See, as soon as I feel you go like that, I'm gonna start pushing forward. So just so you understand, just like when you lead in a dance, you know what I mean? Just so that you follow, you'll feel this. When I go down, that's when you're, because basically the thought process is I went to jab, let's say you got that hand up, and then I went to hit low and you got that hand down. So before I'm the aggressor on this, you put your hand up, then I'm the aggressor again trying to go down, and then before I can be the aggressor again, you go ahead and pop in. That's the mindset. That's how you should be training it. Because otherwise people just literally become a monkey, just going bup, bup, or even if you start here low reference point, you're not thinking.
This is
even though you know it's a reference
even though
point.
It's a sensitivity drill that it's simulating you striking down
there. Yeah, it's simulating, let's say, you're just here like this. I don't care how your hands are, but I reach for, let's say you had something in your pocket, right? And I want to grab your pocket knife out of your pocket, or you had a fanny pack and I reach for the fanny pack, or I just, even if I'm just gauging, just trying to see, right? And I'm going for a low shot, whether it's to hit you in the hip or hit you in the stomach. You know, boxers will throw jabs to the body to kind of lower your hands. So it's the same thing. I'm just feeling. So if I throw this, boom, you feel. If I throw this, boom, you feel. But we want to keep doing that game all night long. We're not just going to keep going. I go for a jab, block it. Boom, I go for a low jab, you block it. And then we're doing this game all night long. Sooner or later, you want to pop in from this one. Boom, that's it. That's the thought process. Otherwise, we just start doing drills just like people do, karate forms. You just, this mindless step after step, this step follows this one, and just mindlessly doing something that a guy in funny pajamas is telling you to do, just because someone in funny pajamas told him to do it, and somebody in funny pajamas before him.
Yes.
So you see what I'm trying to say?
I think I do.
Okay, good. So again, you're picturing that jab, pop. You're picturing that low jab, pop, and then you go in. Boom. You're picturing me trying to take your spider co, and you just go straight in. Good. Boom. I go for your fanny pack. Boop.
Okay, I got it.
Again. Boom, boom. I go for the fanny pack. Boom, boom. Go for the fanny pack. Boom, boom. I go for a jab, then the fanny pack. Smooth it out. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom.
So I'm not doing anything except keeping the hand from coming up.
You're just giving it a little pat, because you want that hand to start going this way before up. Don't just do this, and then from there I can decide which way I'm going to go. What you're doing is just, see? So now you got to recover from that before you can hit me.
It's just
It's a distraction.
pop.
It's a pop. It gets your hand moving in the direction I don't want it to go in. I don't want it to come back up. So I'll go, there you go. See, by the time, because you got to go down to them come back up. So that's the purpose of the pock. It's not necessarily to trap both your hands this way. I just want to
Keep from coming up with strike.
It's like entrapment. When you get entrapped, and you go to jail. Entrapment, there's no legal briefs that are trapping you or anything. So trapping, just people got to get that out of their heads, where trapping means your hands are crossed or your hands are against your body. If
So
both
I'm
hands,
not pinning you, if I
Yeah.
got the right word.
I'm keeping you, it's just like if I trap you in my basement, right? I'm keeping you from leaving that basement. When I trap your hands, I'm just keeping them from doing something they want to do. So maybe if you think of the word trap literally, it'll make you think about things that are more, see what I'm saying? As opposed to where, just like thinking entrapment in the legal sense. If the police traps you, or the judge or a lawyer, whatever. Entrapment has nothing to do with Jeet Kune Do, right? But you're trapped. You're in a box. You got cornered. All those things are being trapped, okay? You get trapped in a maze. The walls are trapping you. They're keeping you from going somewhere you want to go. So I can trap. What I'm trying to do with this, I'm keeping those weapons over on that side while I'm pummeling your face. Or I'm keeping your hands trapped while I'm pummeling. And then this hand comes across this way, let's say to reach for me, right? Go ahead, reach for me. Then I just go here. Then I have you trapped again. This one's not even touching here, but it's close enough to where I'm trapping, okay? So people sometimes think that trap has to be this. That's not what it means.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
I had kind of pinning in my mind when in fact it's not what I need to do here.
Yeah, because this is considered a trap too when I go here, and I'm really not pinning anything. I just pulled your hand. If I go to hit you, and you just happen to put this hand straight out like that, I go here, boom, right? And I move this out of the way and hit. That's considered a trap too.
Okay.
But what am I trapping? Nothing is crossed, right? Your hands aren't even, at that point, your hands aren't even touching. This one's free, this is on this side, this is way over there, but you're still trapped. I'm keeping that hand from coming up to do what it was meant to do, which was stay there so that I can't get there. So I remove it from there and I try to hit you. Then you put this one up, boom, to block, and then I just come up with both. Now you're trapped again, and I poked you in the eye. But I'm not pinning you, I'm not crossing your hands necessarily. That doesn't mean that that's not what happens sometimes, but it can't be the thought of that's what a trap is, okay? Because that's why a lot of these guys say, well, trapping doesn't work in MMA. People are trapping in MMA all the time. People set foot traps in MMA. In boxing, you'll hear the guy, oh, he's setting traps, he's setting traps, he's setting traps. Well, that's the same thing. It's a combination of that cage that you can be trapped in, or that legal issue that they can entrap you in. See what I'm trying to say?
Temporarily immobilizing.
Just trapping them from whatever. If they're in your basement, you're trapping them from freedom, getting to the police, you want them trapped there because you can't find a girlfriend the right way, so you got to grab one and throw her in your basement and trap her in there so now you have a girlfriend.
Oh, goodness, no.
I've never had that problem. I've been pretty lucky with the ladies. Boop. Go. There you go. Good.
On the down one, so
You touch there first because that's the engagement. Don't let that hand come in here. That hand has to go here. And then this one swings in and hits me. So you get rid of this one. There you go. And this one just does that little roll. Just rolls right over. Rolls right over. Again, let's do this. You could put the hand right there. You could go here if you want and pin my hand here. There you go. Right? Then go. But see how now you have to swing this way. You can't go circular. If you go here, you can't make a circle in that area. And I want you to make that circle.
Then I'm tying myself up, potentially.
So can it be done? Yeah, I can sit here and I go like this, right? Let's start here. I can trap your hand here and go here. And go boom, right? Boom. But now I'm not rolling. Now I'm coming back to myself. And I like that rolling just so I can get used to it and I'm going to roll right into my jit jung choi. And again, I know people who do it that way. And I'm not even going to say it's wrong anymore. I used to say it's wrong. It's just not optimal, right?
Same
Because
way as like when people, if they wind up as a boxer, it's not wrong, but it's not.
and some guys land it. You see some guys step in and doing this, boom, and knock the other guy out. And I'm like, how do you let a guy bring his hand from, 3.5, 4 feet away and clobber you?
Might be thrown.
I'll respect you more if I go like this, boom, and I hit you with this hand because I duped you. But for me to go like this and land, man, there's something wrong with your skills. And again, it could be so many things, but that's neither here nor there. Right? Neither here nor there. It's got to be some damn where. Why are we talking about it, right? Well, another stupid phrase. Oh, that's neither here nor there. Well, the fuck is it? It's got to be somewhere. Otherwise, it's just stupid to even talk about it. Boom, good. That. Good. See, so now just keep that in your head on what you're trying to do. Instead of thinking, okay, well, Bruce said this, because there's so much stuff going on, and everybody's reading, right? All my guys, they better be, because I tell them to, and they read the Tao of Jeet Kune Do, and they go on YouTube and see stuff, and you sometimes come in with questions. I get people calling me with questions. What you read, I understand, people read the Bible, and they get 50 different ways of thinking of it. But the end result is basically the same, right? Most people that read the Bible have this belief system in good, bad. The devil was bad, God was good, he was cast from heaven, blah, 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 the whole story. Everybody who knows Christianity has read the story, right? And each person puts in a little bit of different, well, this really happened in Psalms, this really happened. Okay, that again is just interpretation. At the end of the day, it's basically meant just to lay it, just to strip it down to the simplest thing. Do what the book says, you go to heaven. That's basically how it turns out to. It's about this big, or how it depends on how small you write. But you got a book this big, and between page 1 and whatever the last page is, let's say first and last, everything in between there is about do certain things, heaven doesn't come. Do certain things, heaven does come. And in between your last day, or your first day on earth and your last day on earth, you follow what's between that first page and that last page, and then there always has to be the part where the gospel, what they say, you have to accept Jesus as your personal savior, otherwise you don't go to heaven. So no matter how many good things you do, that's where people start going like, just like in the Tao. Everybody loves Bruce Lee. Everybody loved his movies. Everybody thinks he was way ahead of his time. All those things are true. Then there's still detractors. There's still the people that are like, well, but. So you see what I'm saying? So think of it the same way. Anything that we do, regardless of how you feel about it, was it Bruce Lee stuff in 60? Was it his stuff in 64? Was it his stuff right before he passed? Because here's another thing I'm going to tell you. I hope you guys know this. But while Bruce was making his last films, because everybody knows he didn't die here. He died filming abroad. He died filming at a Broad's house too, but digressing. He was changing stuff while he was there because he was corresponding back and forth with Dan, and I even Taki and Jimmy, I believe, because I know Jimmy died, I think a few months before him, wasn't that? I think like 6 months before Bruce.
I'm not familiar with that.
But yeah,
those
it was.
chapters, no.
It wasn't a full year between Jimmy Lee's death and then he was the Oakland guy and Bruce's death. So anyway, there was more evolvement going on. So it's not just when people say there was the Oakland which was or Seattle was the original place. Then he made some changes in Oakland, and obviously he was making changes in Los Angeles. When he left to Hong Kong, he was in LA. He left from LA. The school in LA was open, run by Dan Inosanto. I believe the other two were open. I can't tell you, I don't know. So many things were said. I don't know if open means 2 students in his garage or open means 50 students. I don't know what open means, right? But there was changes going on. He was talking about, you know, Chi Sao and how it was in and how it was out. Some people say that he wrote that he was done with Chi Sao, but there was still changes. So there's not really if you're gonna break it down into 3 evolutions of Seattle, Oakland, LA, there was an evolution going on while he was there. And he wasn't liking what was going on here. But here's the other thing. Some people say he didn't want it to expand, he didn't want it to get too big. No, he did, but he just wanted it his way. Because when he met Chuck Norris had a chain of schools. When he met Ed Parker at the Nationals, Ed Parker had a chain of schools. And he had spoken to them about that. And that's fact. That's in a bunch of places. But people just read what they want to read. But it's been documented and spoken about amongst people over beers, and it's well known that he did want to have, just like they did, a chain of schools. But then it wasn't going the way he wanted, because how are you going to have a chain of schools when you're busy trying to get into Hollywood, and to excuse my French, they're cock-blocking you. They're blackballing you. He's not getting the breaks. He was supposed to get the Kung Fu gig. He didn't get it. Then he gets the Green Hornet gig, and that craps out in a couple of days, basically. He goes to try and get things rocking and rolling in Hong Kong because he wasn't getting shit done here. He was pissed. Now the schools aren't doing so. He was basically in the mindset of, I shut the shit down. When I get back, we'll square things up. We'll keep going. So he called or wrote or whatever and said, shut the schools down. Just teach a small group in your garage. So it's not so much that he didn't like the way it was going. He just didn't like it as much as if he would have been here doing what he wanted to do. Because Ed Parker wasn't running schools from Hong Kong. Chuck Norris wasn't running schools, you know, from Beijing. They were here doing their thing. And he was busy doing other shit, right? So there was still progress going on. So the guys that say that the way is that or the way is this, that's why I do cadre. That's why I do all the eras. And I truly do get into it. I talk to Macias, these guys from Oakland, and his father, who's 80-something years old, and people from the Seattle era, which were doing just basically modified Wing Chun, which is one of the main arts that I studied that I was certified, or am certified in. So, to make a short story long, don't fall for this holy roller, God, Jesus, Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, all these people that get all these props. At the end of the day, if this shit isn't functional, don't worry about anything else. If it's not functional, then just throw it in the garbage. Because what the hell are we doing it for? Because it's not about the pajamas, it's not about the belts, it's not about the ranks. If it doesn't make sense, and bottom line, if you haven't been in fights, like real fights, like bar fights, like pulling people out of bars, like fighting in jail, you don't know what fighting is. I mean, it's just the way it is. So you got to figure it out. Pray to God, just like your car insurance, you never have to use it. But don't run around talking shit about how great this, that, or the other, or you or your system is, and you've never really put it to practice. And the first step is, does it make damn sense, right? There's things that if you write on paper, like people say in a boxing match, well, on paper, this guy should be this guy, right? You're looking at the stats, height, weight, what this guy is good at, what this guy is good at. And what this guy is good at, this guy has no defense for. What this guy's good at, this guy's defensive. So on paper, this guy's gonna win. Because defensively, he can handle him, and offensively, this guy can't handle him. So on paper, this guy wins. Never works out that way. Or it doesn't always, it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes this guy wins. And if you looked at it on paper, it wouldn't work. So you gotta look at this shit and say, okay, does that shit really make sense? Trapping? Well, if I explain it to you the way I just did, it's like, okay, that makes sense. Because he gave me a truth of what trapping is, right? And then if I go back and I watch the MMA fights, I goes, okay, there's some trapping, there's some trapping, there's some Chi Sao. Because Chi Sao is not this, okay? Chi Sao is a sensitivity drill, so take it for what it is. But people focus on this, and focus on this, or this, okay? Or wherever they happen to be. Yeah, you're never gonna see yourself in those positions. But just like when you're in driver's ed, they always tell you 10 and 2. Right? You remember that? How many people do you see on the street driving 10 and 2? 20% maybe? Maybe? It's nowhere near as half. They got one hand, they got one down here. My son drives with his knee half the time, eating a sandwich. right? So you're supposed to drive like that. Nobody damn does. And they still get the job done, right? So, I know people always say I talk too much, but that's the reason why I know so much. Because I listen a lot too. Wow.
On the track, you're not necessarily even looking at it, correct?
No, because I can see from here, I can see the top of your sneaker. So I don't look at anything. Now, I know your elbow's there, I know your hand is there, I know your thumb is somewhere here, I know. See, as soon as you move, I know, right? So I'm not looking at anything. I can kind of, you know, you don't want to be looking the other damn way.
Sure.
You want to at least focus. If you know, like in a boxing match, you don't really got to focus on anything below here, right? You got to watch his hands, right? Because if his feet move, his hands are connected to his body, right? So I don't got to really watch your feet. Now, if it's a taekwondo match, I really don't give a damn what your hands are doing, because in taekwondo, you're not allowed to use your hands. They don't use their hands for jack shit. You watch the Olympics, these guys got their hands down here, right? In a fight, you got to kind of feel. You got to navigate all those waters, and you got to worry about the feet because you might get kicked. You got to worry about this. So that's why you can't focus on any one thing. You just, if I focus on your belly button, I can kind of see everything. So I'll just kind of be like, all right, I'm just going to kind of glance. I'm going to, what's the other word that I like to use? I use so many words I forget, but you're just kind of looking around the general area, right? So now we want to do this. Short, sweet, and simple. You're going to go high, low, you're going to touch. Remember how on the last one you went like this, right? And you rolled this way. See how you're rolling this way? Mm-hmm. Now you're going to roll to the outside and just touch that hand. So you're going to come up high, low, here's your pock here, and then this hand's going to come around. All right? So it's going to go.
This one?
Watch. High, low, you're going to pocket that one. That one's going to come around and hit me in the ear. And I'm just going to do this, right? So high, low, pocket come around to the ear. Good. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Now you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and now you're going to tug on this one, just a little tug, just to get me off balance. And instead of hitting me with this one, what most people do, just follow. Most people do this, 1, or the way it's taught, the drill, boom, boom, and then they'll go boom, right? Block this one. They'll do this, right? What I like to do is go 1, 2, pull here, stop this one. I'm going to pull on this one, boom, and I'm going to hit, and then grab this one. Or you can go 1, 2, hit, crossover, pull on this one, boom, and hit. See? All you got to do is just take this hand and put it on my bicep. There you go. Do it again. Put it on my bicep. See? So I don't like that one. I like to go 1, 2. If this one,
meaning that I could have blocked you that way.
Yeah. As soon as you feel me pull your hand, just stiff arm me, and then I can't get in. Because the purpose or the name of the game is I got to go like this, boom, and hit you. But look where I got to be. It's just I've never liked that. I've never liked it. Spin around here so they can kind of see it out in TV land. So I got to go here, here, around, and that's, you're going to stop me if you have half a brain. Or if I pull the wrong way, I'm going to pull you right into here, and then I'm never going to reach. So what I like to do is, because I'm going to get you leaning, and this one falls asleep. It always does. That's just, unless you're a Wing Chun guy, when I start playing over here, people forget about this one. Because I see you guys do it all the time, and you're supposed to know. As soon as I start messing with you guys, and you get this one here, and I come out here, and I go like this, boom. As soon as I tug on this one, you forget what the hell's going on over here. So I give you a little tug, boom, and then I just feed this one right to here. So instead of trying to go, oh, boom, I'll just go, boom, hit you, and then go right here. Because as soon as I go here, literally this one just does, like you forgot about it. So that's what you want to do, slow motion. You're going to go bip, bip. You're going to do your pock and your hit. Hold on, let me do it so you can feel. Stop this one, boom. As soon as I do this, you're going to shoot this one in here. But remember to keep this tight because I don't want this coming out and around. So you're going to hit here, and as soon as you hit boom, you're going to feed this one into a boom, 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 boom. And then as soon as I pull on this one and I shoot this, bang, and you feel now you're concentrating on this, boom, and they kind of both do that, which gives me time. Now what I can't do is this.
Right.
That's where the problem is, because it's always about what life is made up of, right? Time. That's what life is, time, so we can't waste it. And timing. So how much time is going to elapse from this to this to this to this, right? So I got to feed this. I don't want to go like this because then I got to go all the way over here. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure I'm going to feed this one. See how I'm bringing it this way? I'm going to feed this one to this one, okay? But in between, this is going to happen. So it's, see, it's up. If I'm to make a noise with it, so that's the noise of the hit. So it's this, 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 that quick. And now this one is way down here.
Ready for.
Because on the other one, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to sniff. You may do this. And I always see, when I see guys do it, they're doing this. And they're coming around, they're going, right? And it stops there. I bet you if they tried, they might get that much. Yeah, it's going to hit you, but that's not going to do shit to you. That shot to the sternum is going to make you do this. And now it's going to let me trap, so now you're going to do it. Boom, 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 there you go. Tug on it, boom. See how that elbow, everybody, now you got all this room and my hand can just come around and do the same to you. So remember, watch, slow-mo. Come back here a little bit. When you drop here, you pin. Okay, you're gonna watch me do it? Watch, boom. Stop this one, okay? When you shoot this one in, boom, boom, boom. Don't be there. That's no good, because then this is how you're gonna get over here. Boom. Okay? And when you hit here, this is where you want to be. So this one, in case I can't hit you here, boom, now I can hit you with this one. Okay? Don't punch like that. Bip. There we go. Boom. Pull this one and just keep your elbow down when you hit me in the sternum. There you go. That's what I want to see. Right? Because now there, that's nice. And if you could be here, that's even better. This one's trapped. Now you're going to just...
Was it the location or my body posture?
You're not... When you do this, stop my hand. Okay, stay right here. When you do this, okay, I don't want to be here because you're free. I can't sense anything. If I'm not looking down there, right, you can sneak that one out of there, right? Let's say I just turned a little too far and I lost sight of this. If I lose sight of this while you're here, it doesn't matter because I'm going to feel what you're doing. Whether you're pushing, pulling, sliding out, coming over, going up, I'll know. So I want to hit you and I want to be there. So that, see, I felt you already a little bit. You went and started to do that.
So it wasn't where I hit you, is that I lost connection with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. There you go. And as soon as you get there, stop right there. Boom, cool. Now you're going to hook onto this one.
Hook onto that one?
You see how you hook there? You're going to do the same thing but with this one. Higher up on the arm. Same thing you're doing there. There you go. Just like that. That's it. Pull it down a little bit. Bing! There's your shot. See? So you're just basically going to do slow-mo. Watch me. You're going to do the same thing here. Once I hit you, you're going to do the same thing here. There's nothing different. You're here. But see where my elbow is again? I'm not here. I'm trying to stop here. And even if that hand starts to work its way around that way, I'm just going to lift this, boom, right here, boom, and then I'm going to go here. But after I lift it, this is going to come across your eyes, and then I'm going to hit you again. So again, that's another one of the important things of maintaining contact. Chi Sao doesn't work like this, right? But this is Chi Sao. And listen close, boys and girls. Chi Sao that doesn't work, when Chi Sao is taught to you and they tell you what the psychology of Chi Sao is, for lack of a better word, or you know how everything has theory hours and practical hours? You go to driver's ed, you got X amount of driving time, but you got a bunch of classroom time, right? This, okay, this is all the driving time, which everybody looks at and everybody extrapolates whatever out of it, or dogs it, or say it's shit, or say it doesn't work. That's the driving part. Then when it comes to the theory part, the classroom parts, the teacher writing on the board and you writing down, the teacher speaking and you listening, everybody throws out the fucking window and doesn't listen. And then that's why their Chi Sao sucks. And then that's why they can't make their Chi Sao work. Because Chi means energy. All Chi Sao is feeling energy. If I can't touch you, I can't feel energy. Just watch. It's on what's that damn thing called? YouTube. And there's Roberto Duran showing some stuff on how to fight inside. And then they say, take a peek at that and look at it. And you're like, wow. And it's very Chi Sao-ish. And what is he doing? He's doing Chi Sao. Not this part of it that has to look a certain way, that has to have the nooks and crannies in a certain spot on that English muffin. That's not what the fuck people should be looking at. They're watching him, and as he's moving his hands, he's on the inside, he plays a hand game, and he's on top. They're not here doing Chi Sao, but he's here on top of the guy. He moves this hand, then it goes right for the body. He doesn't move the hand and come back here. He doesn't move it with this one and hit with the other one. His hands are on the guy, and he's doing staying connected and feeling what this hand is doing. Then he knows, boom, he can come in. He moves it, boom, he knows he can come in. Boom, he moves the hand, gets himself to the inside. From here to the inside and hits from there. And you watch it, and it's goddamn Chi Sao. But A, it's not easy to learn. B, people want to learn whatever the hell they want to learn. Like I said, they take the Bible, they take the Tao of Jeet Kune Do, and they just want to make it what they want to make it. And cool. But don't go out saying this and that don't work. What they should be saying is, I can't make that work. And then that's your fault. Because home runs are getting hit every year in baseball by the hundreds. Saying hitting a home run doesn't work or doesn't happen means you can't hit a home run. I couldn't go and play on the Yankees and hit a home run. Absolutely not. I'm not good enough. I can't throw 90 miles an hour and strike out Giancarlo Stanton. He's going to hit a home run off me. Or Aaron Judge is going to hit a home run off me. But there's guys striking these guys out and striking them out ugly all the time. That's because they know how to Chi Sao using the leg. That's the problem. People have no damn idea what the fuck they're doing. And they don't know how to Chi Sao. And what they've been told, they decide to take it for whatever they want. Because the first thing I was ever taught about Chi Sao was about energy. It's about feeling. It's about sensing his movement. You're not looking for it, you're sensing it. How can I sense something in a combat sport that I'm not feeling? When these guys are rolling on the ground doing jujitsu, they're doing body Chi Sao. Energy hand, they're using their body. And again, oh, that's not Chi Sao. That's okay then. Do whatever you want. That's why technique-driven systems suck, and they'll get you killed in the street. Get you killed. Because all you know how to do is for this problem, there's this technique. This is how you solve that problem, right here. Nothing in life is that way, man. There's dozens of problems, dozens of ways to solve the same damn problem. Dozens of ways. So now you're on the ground, and you can feel this guy moving. The Gracies have some of the best body Chi Sao on the planet. That's what you call body Chi Sao. They're sensing. They can tell how much weight. They can tell everything, and they're sensing it all. Try to do jujitsu not touching the guy. It's impossible, right? And the closer you are, the better. And they stay on you. They smother you. That's Chi Sao, man. Or whatever the word for body. I got to find out what the word for body is in Chinese. Because Chi is energy, Sao is hand. Energy, hand. They do Chi, body in Chinese. We'll just say it's B. So it's Chi B. Because that is what they're doing. It's a sensitivity. That's the name of the tune, man. But nobody wants to hear it. That's just the way it is. People are just stupid, bro. They're just stupid. There's no other word for it. So if you can't feel what I'm doing, you're destined to fail. You're destined to fail because you've got to wait on me then. You've got to wait to see me move. So you're always going to be one step behind. Here, you're only half a step behind. Or it all depends. And then still, you're engaged. So as soon as I go to move, just follow me. Now you can put something in the way. If you can't feel me and I go here, now you got to go and do something. If while I go there, you just follow me there, well, now I got to work with you. That's all you got to do is follow me, right? But I can't dupe you. Concepts are universal, man. If I'm following you as a private eye and I just rip up right behind you and just follow you, you're probably going to know I'm there. Especially if you make 2 rights and I'm still behind you. And the rule, I guess, is 3 rights, 3 lefts. Once I finish those 6 moves and I'm still there, unless there's something wrong, you know I'm following you, right? Right? So, I can also dupe you and just exaggerate this and let you follow me, boom, and then, like I said, hit you with something else. But if you're that good to where I'm really moving and I'm not being telegraphic and I'm really trying to hit you and I go here and you're there, and then I try to go around to the inside, and you're there again, and I try to go even swing here, and you're already there, and I go inside, and you're there. Well, you're just a better chi sao man than I am, and that happens. But being in contact and not, you're way better off. I'd much rather get stabbed from here than from here, and the guys, well, you have more time to block it. Well, if you didn't block the first one, you're not going to block the second or third. And I've seen guys that call it sewing machine, just from here, and they're not stopping a single one. So hell, this, man, that thing's probably going to your kidneys way. Here, maybe there's a chance that you stop, right? I'd rather have than and you're not stopping any of them. Just watch YouTube, man. You're not stopping that knife, man. That thing's moving too quick. So I'd rather you be real close to me. I could smother you, right? That's just the way it is, man. But people haven't had a real situation with a knife or being cut. They got all kinds of marks every freaking where from knives. They're no joke, man. They are no joke. But anyway, close body proximity. Who do we have here? Andy. Good to see you, buddy. It's always going to be that way. You know what I mean? It's always going to be that way. There's not going to be any way around it. People will do what they want to do. Right? Here we go. Slow motion. You're doing it. Boom. 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 Next one. Boom. Next one. Now. This one covers this one. This one hits. Everything else was good, though. One. Let's go. Boom. Good. Next one. Pull, hit. Pull, hit. Boom. Okay. This one's going to do the same thing that one's doing. That one's going to hit. This one's going to be in that form right here. Boom. That. You see how you're pulling back? Never pull back.
Never.
Be a good Puerto Rican. Never pull out. Never pull out. Once you're in, man. Impregnate. Never pull out. Impregnate. They're going to say something.
Yeah, the moment I moved,
Yeah, never.
Always.
You're always going to fall. Believe me, because of the way we hit, that's the main reason why people start doing stuff like that. Hey, it's because that's what they're used to doing. And everybody's been told that the further out I go, the more that shot's going to hurt. But there's only so much hurt, right? So if I stood here, would I need from here to have a steel bar or my fist made of steel to hurt your face? No. Well, maybe from here I would. That would hurt. But why do I have to be way back here? How much power do I need?
And it doesn't matter even if it is more powerful, because you're gonna
and if it doesn't get there, if all this and you get right to about there and that happens, you just wasted your time. Where if I'm here, but then what I got to do is understand the rest of this game, right? You just can't be a power hitter. That's the problem with home run hitters. Most guys that are hitting home runs strike out a lot. That's just the way it is. Look at the numbers. Most guys that hit a lot of home runs also strike out a lot, because it's a game of, what is it called? A game of hit and miss. Another great analogy, another great concept. It's true. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. You hit it a mile sometimes and the crowd goes wild and you get to run around the bases. And then other times you swing and miss and fall on one knee and you get booed the hell out of the stadium. Man, that's the way it is. You're not going to win them all. You're not going to connect them all. So that's why they call it in baseball, play small ball. Just get a single, give the next guy a shot. So it's actually the opposite of running the table, right? Sometimes you just hit that single, hand it off to the next guy. Hit that single, hand it off to the next guy. And just keep getting hit. Sooner or later, there's too many guys on the bases. Some of them got to cross in that plate, and that's when you start getting your runs. I can either hit it out of the park and get one, or hit single, 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 boom, there's one. Single, 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 oh, there's two. Single, double, triple, oh, 2, 3, 4 more, right? So I'm going to hit the ball not as far, but I get to continue because I didn't make 3 outs. So I don't have to go boom. I'm just going to go boom, right? And then from here, then I'm just going to go boom, and then from boom, and then from here, 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 boom. All them singles are going to get me that run. Or I can hope to swing for the fences, but just like the home run. Just look at how many singles are hit in a game versus how many home runs. How many doubles are hit versus how many home runs. Triples are actually harder to get than home runs. So, and these are numbers, man. You can just look this stuff up, man. Whether it's baseball, football, or fighting. There's no difference. It's just a certain way things go down. And when you work at a bar, you figure those out. And then as soon as the invent of the internet, that beautiful thing, you can research all this shit. I wasn't researching this stuff 20 years ago. right? When the internet first came out, I don't think I got involved till 5, 6 years after the internet became popular. Not when it first came out. After it became popular, maybe 5, 6 years later. Well, ask my kids. My kids were on me. I had my business for years before I had a Facebook. Almost everybody opened up a business, Facebook. As soon as Instagram came out, boom, they were on. TikTok, boom, they were on. It took me years to catch on to that kind of stuff. It just wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I figured things out the real way. I got smacked in my mouth and said, I don't want that shit to happen again. And my mouth started saying, what are you going to do about this? My mouth is the worst. My mouth mouths off even to me. Says, you're going to let you hit you like that? What are you going to do about it? I'm like, my mouth telling me? Says, you ain't going to let me get hit in the mouth. What you going to do about it? It's like, it's worse than getting your wife getting smacked. You get smacked in the mouth, your mouth starts telling you, don't let that happen again. And then it tells you how you're going to stop it. You start working on it. You start working on how not to get hit in that damn mouth. Follow it, let's go. Follow it, let's go. Boom, let's go. Boom, beautiful. Next one. Boom, beautiful. Right? And then you just start cutting it down. Watch this. I'm going this time. Boom, right? Boom. You're going to come here. Boom, nice and quick, right? This one here. Boom. Just place it right there. See how nice and quick. Boom. This one, get it over here nice and quick. Right? And you pull that one out, bang, and you hit. Okay? Just nice quick shots.
So
not that the whole thing is quick. This one,
strike, then
yeah, nice and quick. So you're just in there. There you go. And see how you're pushing it out of the way? Watch, real slow. Don't push this out of the way. Just feed. Remember, you're feeding this one. What I'm trying to do is actually hook this. I'm not pushing it. I don't want it out there. I want it nice and tight. I want it right here. I want you to feel that. You're going to try to move that. You're going to try to do something with that. By the time you do, bang, I just hit you here. Then you got to decide too, because we're all about what happens with these drills is the same reason why things don't work in the street the way they do here. Because unless we start doing drama and acting lessons, what really happens, boop, here, this hand, something on this arm is going to do this. I don't care if it's your forearm or up, something is going to do that. So it's going to change the dynamic of my next move. So every time we do this robotic boop, boop, you do nothing, boop, you stay there, boop, you stay there. That's not how the shit goes down. No. You're going to feel this, and there's going to be either your feet or something's going to move, boom, it's going to give me that shot. And then that, when I go like this and follow up with 7 more things, just don't make sense, because at most, you're doing this. It's just like sparring with headgear and chest protector. If we're working and I'm coming in, right, and I start jamming, boom, and I do this to you, I guarantee you this shot that you did here and here that you countered will not happen. Because A, I'm holding up, B, I have a glove, and you have a chest protector. But for real, boom, when I touch your liver, 9 out of 10, you're hitting the fucking ground. 9 out of 10. I don't care who you are. I've done enough times to know. I've failed 2, maybe 3 times out of dozens.
Wouldn't even matter though, because you're flowing into the next move right after that.
Absolutely right. See what I'm saying? So when we do these, you've got to do the same thing. You've got to say to yourself, where is this hand really going to be when I do this? That's going to happen. It just does. It's automatic.
Oh, sure.
Every time I've gotten hit in the face, and now you think maybe you should have put your hand there before the shot, and you wouldn't have got hit there, but it doesn't matter. You get hit in the stomach, you do this. Ugh. Well, it's like, well, shit, what are you doing there? It's called my brain is wired to assess, and all of our brains are. You're like, just that quick, let me see. You smash your finger. All those things that we do that are wired into our brains, we've got to take, right? So to be honest, it's kind of like even doing forms. What we're teaching is a little bullshitish, you know, as JKD people, unless we teach it like this, so that people understand your hand, this hand, if I do this, it's not going to be anywhere but pinned against your body. But it doesn't have to be there for long, because I'm not going to be where I'm at for long.
That's right.
Okay? So it's like, well, how long is he going to have it there? Well, it doesn't matter. I just need you to know it's going to be there. It's not going to be anywhere else. It's not going to be in a position to trap like you may think. Okay? So unless your trap or your next move is going to be based on your hand being somewhere here like this, right? Or both, you're lying to yourself. That's why that open, do not focus on something, just scan. That's what I was looking for before. Just scanning, I'll know that as soon, the millisecond I see you, just go ahead and play act like, because everybody acts different. Bring both hands to there. So we're going to go, This is the slow motion scene. I go like this, and I hit you. Boom, bring both your hands. Boom, that's what's going to happen. You saw what just happened?
Yeah.
If my head wasn't down, I would have eaten that headbutt. I don't know if you guys heard it. You should have through the mic. So if I'm not where I'm supposed to be, you notice I'm not trapping looking at him. If I would have been in that, we hit right here, right? That's where we hit. If I would have been here, I would have eaten that. My nose would be bleeding right now. So this shit that I tell you week after week, it's because I've had it happen to me. You've got to, when you're training, understand that you should be here. See where your chin is? You should always have your head down. Boom, boom, boom. We go in, you lose. We go here, head to head,
Now I'm the guy
it's a
with the busted
50-50.
nose.
And that's what's going to happen. The hands are going to be wherever you hit somebody. So understand, it's not that I don't want you to do this beautiful, long
Energy drill.
drill or 6-7 move combination, right? What happens is that bing, bing, I may hit you in the ear, I may not. If I do, I've got to teach so that you understand that if I go like this, so once in a while, play act. Once in a while, go here, have your partner, when you hit, double over or whatever. So you have something to grab and hit, because that's what's really going to happen. If I really go here, right, boom, boom, and I crack you in the ear, you're going to go like this, man. So now anything that I do here became bullshit, because you're going to be 2 feet over, right? Or maybe a foot over, or who knows, or you run, or you turn, or you go grab something off that table because now you're real pissed. So these are things you got to talk about. So
you're like the jazz man, though. You'll
so
be
when I'm
improvising.
told I talk too much, you know, that I'm getting kind of sick of hearing because they want to see more techniques. Well, hell, the techniques I already taught you still look like shit. Get those to work right. I'm not speaking about anyone specific, just in general. Get them damn techniques right. You don't need that many of them. What you need to understand is how to flow. I don't care how long you've been playing pool and how good you get. Have you ever been to a pool tournament and you're so good they added balls to the 9 tournament? No, 9 hole or 9 whatever it's called. That's what it is. They don't add more balls. That's no longer pool. Now you're just circumventing and inventing. They don't add more innings to a game because it's the all-star game. No, that's not the way it works. It's the same damn game, and you just get better at it. And you figure the pitcher out. And as the innings go by, they do the same thing. The pitcher is what they call tipping his pitches. And as the game goes on, you get better. You've seen him throw the ball a couple of times. Now you see what I'm saying? So you're getting used to him. Just like a marriage, same thing. You start getting used to each other. You start finishing each other's sentences. The only way you learn that is by me telling you. There's no way for me to show you finishing somebody's sentence. I got to tell you what I just did. Oh, you see what happened there? I'm so in her head and she's so in mine that we can finish each other. Ah, that's what that is. But everybody's this lifelong, but sir, how come you know so many techniques? Well, this is exactly why. Because I sat and I listened and I was able to figure out these are the things that work. There's tons of stuff I learned. Half of it I throw in the garbage. Half of it is in the garbage. Because the reality is you are not going to be here. You're not. Unless I'm hitting you like that, in which case I should be home because I'm going to get my ass kicked. So the second that I do this, boom, boom, 2, then I should be onto something else. Because you're going to be over here or over there or doubled over or your hands are going to be somewhere. So I want to understand, not techniques, the same 7 I taught you last week and 8 weeks before that, the same small toolbox you have, you're going to be able to use. Because the second your hands aren't in my way anymore, because boom, they're both in your stomach like this, then I just grab you and I do this and I'm done. I already taught you how to do this. I already taught you how to do this. I already taught you how to do this. Now I teach you these drills, but you got to understand that it's only to get pieces so that if you ever end up here, how to get that out of the way. If you end up here, what to do with that. If you end up here, boom, what to do with that. And they're one-steppers. Do not worry about putting together these long, elaborate, pretty, fancy, double stick. It's never going to happen.
Save it for the movies.
That's all cinematography, all of it. I've never been in a fight that was more than 3 moves, never. And the only reason it went that far is because one of the first 2 didn't land. That is it. Somebody lands a good shot there, fight over. Somebody shoves you and puts you in the rear naked, fight over. There's not 8 moves. They got behind you and cranked you, and asleep you went. It's not like the matches. It's just not that way because there's just so many variables. There is zero rules. There's nobody coming to save you. You didn't get a chance to train. I mean, all these guys that fight know exactly who they're fighting. How is that a fight? When have you ever been told, unless we were in school, I don't remember back in school, meet me in the yard at 3 o'clock. Short of that, you have no idea who you're going to fight. There's no getting ready for this. So when it does happen, the mindset, which is the most important part, your mindset's all over the place. It's not like in the ring, you look across, you knew 6 months ago you were going to fight that guy. You've been watching film for the last 3 months. You know his weaknesses, his strengths, how you're going to beat him. He knows how he's going to beat you. That's not how a real fight goes, right? So then what are we getting ready for? What are we getting ready for? In MMA, some of the toughest fighters in the world, all you're getting ready for is that guy. And they're giving you his bio, his resume.
You can watch the film
in your mailbox. That's not fighting, man. That's not a fight. There's no invitation. There's no hallmark. You get out there and the first thing you got to do is you got to get your mind right. Tell yourself, hey, there's a chance here I may get hurt or I may need to hurt somebody. Are you willing to do it? If not, get out. Just like this. If you don't think it's going to be good, don't sign the contract. Don't get in the ring. It's the same exact concept. If you're not willing to kill this guy or die, because those are possibilities, if you're not willing to hurt that guy or willing to be hurt, get out of Dodge. Because there's a chance you're going to be hurt or him, you're going to be dead or him. Those possibilities are there. Are you willing to go there? Or are you going to get halfway into this shit and start half-stepping and second-guessing? Now you're in deep shit. You can't be there. That's why you can only fight for a cause. There's something going down. They threatened your wife. They threatened you. It's real. And then you get in there and then you don't have any second thoughts. This man was trying to take my life. You take care of business, you go home. If you go in there with this wishy-washy, bravado, ego, proving a point, don't want to look stupid in front of your friends, you die. Or you go to jail, or you lose everything because you get sued. So you fight for the right cause, and when you do, you just keep mowing them down. And what works is not techniques, it's concepts. It's not techniques, it's concepts. What became open? And then what tool are you going to use to hit that target? That is it. Those are the concepts. Run the table. If you're in the neighborhood, say hello. You don't stop till he stops, and then you get out of Dodge. Right? So then you got to start doing the same thing with the drills. You got to look at the drill that way. How long am I going to be here? A split second. Because the second, for whatever reason, I got to this engagement, I'm either going to pop up your boom and hit you in the nuts, boom, I hit you in the nuts, or I'm going to grab it and hit you here, right? I keep throwing a jab. This isn't a boxing match, boom, and you keep throwing that up. Boom, and I'm able to just grab it, boom, and I can't go boop, 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 boop. It's never going to work. I just keep feeling, right? I just keep feeling. See what you're going to do. You're going to let yourself get hit in the eye? Boom, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to mow you down. But nobody's teaching that. Well, why? Yeah, I did teach it to you. Just not like that. But you should know that if I can grab you, I'm going to pull you, I'm going to hit you. And if that hand is low and I'm close enough, I'm going to headbutt you. And then I'm going to elbow parts of the body, not necessarily just your face. I love doing this kind of shit. Nothing where, oh, you get hit here, you know at least one hand's going to come here. And if there's nothing else there, and I go like this, let's say, boom, or it was boom, or it was boom, and that hand goes there, boom, and you go like this, boom, the next shot's going to be just knuckles right to the back of that hand, and that hand is broken. So now your chest hurts, this hand hurts. What's going to happen is this hand's going to stay there to cover that because this one's got to look after that one. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee you, if your hands are like this and I hit, put your hands like that, and I smash this hand, the one from the bottom does this. You want to try one day? I'll try it. Oh, shit. That's just the way it is, man. No matter where your hand is, whatever you hit, you're going to cover. So if it's underneath, you're going to sit there. And if I keep hitting the hand, it's just, ouch, shit, ouch, ouch. Nobody's going to go like, oh, man, that hurt. And you'll sit there. I don't think you'll do it 8 or 10 times, but if I hit you 3 or 4 times, you'll go, ow, ow, ow. Just like if something bites you, you just keep checking, right? You just don't stay on this one. Oh, fuck that one. I'm just going to leave that one alone. No, you're going to start. And that's why your hands, you see people freaking out. They don't just stop the first beating, but, oh, screw that one over there, or stay on that one. They get bit here, and then all of a sudden they get bit on this one, and they're over here. Or both hands are going. Just watch people. Just watch people. Before YouTube, I was doing this stuff. I've never gone on YouTube to see somebody stung by bees, but I've seen so many people stung by bees, myself included. And then people love to do that shit. Have you seen people getting the shit kicked out of them, and then a person, instead of helping them and sitting there filming them? It's happening every day, man. People getting sued over this shit. People getting the shit kicked out of them, not just a little fight, and somebody's filming, not even calling 911. People love doing that shit. That didn't happen back in the day. Somebody drowned, nobody filmed it, because there was nothing to film with, they'd run and help you. But people just suck. But see what I'm trying to say? And then, because of people doing that, they'll watch because they think it's funny. And watch yourself do stupid shit. And you will see all the shit that I'm talking about, people will do. Because it's a natural response. That's just the way it is. Self-preservation. So you got to take that shit and put it into your martial arts. And you got to take that shit and put it in your drills. And then you got to extrapolate from your drills and extrapolate from your techniques and mold them together. It's a shit show, but it's easy. It's easy. It really is. If there's an opening, you take it. End of story. And set yourself up for these. And then understanding, right? If I can feel what's going on, it makes it easier for me. The second that thing becomes open, I go for it. Then I have to go for my next one. And I have to understand, it's just like somebody tipping their pitches. I have to understand that when I hit you here, something is going to check on that. I don't know if it's going to be this one. I don't know if it's going to be that one, but something is going to check on it. So that's the next thing I got to think about hitting, is that. And the beauty of this is if I do this, smash, and that hand goes there, smash, or that hand goes there, smash. So this knee, it doesn't matter. I can just smash you like bang, and then smash you here, boom, and then smash you there. And then do what? What's going to happen? I just hit you here, one of these two went down there. Then I smash that, and you left this open. You know what's going to happen the second I go here? Boom, then I'm going to take my elbow and smash the back of that hand. But see, because I know these things, nothing is going to surprise me because I'm looking at, ooh, that's going to hurt. Bang, ooh, a hand's there, that's going to hurt. Boom, ooh, a hand is here. Boom, this is going to hurt. Ooh, boom, this is going to hurt. Ooh, boom, this is going to hurt. And I just keep hurting you till you do what? The ever famous, nothing is in your mind right now except, please leave. Like they tell you, play dead when a bear attacks you. That's how it's going to go down, brother. That is how it's going to go down. All that other shit, man, that toolbox only needs to be 12, 15 tools deep. 12, 15 tools deep. Everything else is concepts, man, concepts. Understanding the game. Look at baseball. A guy throws the ball. If the guy Hey, can you guys hear me again? Dadgummit. Can you hear me? Give me a yes or a no. This thing is telling me low. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Yeah, these stupid phones. WhatsApp notification. Audio gone. Is the audio back, bro? Is the audio back? Audio's back, yes. Sorry about that, guys. Something popped up on the screen and I can't see it. We'll do this a better way. Right, so, up, low, go. Swoop around, boom, pull, hit. Boom, again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Boom, beautiful. But you see what you're doing there?
Not,
Hook me. Deep breath. You got this, bro. You overthink shit. When you relax, you're good. Then you start thinking, there's nothing to think about. If this was a thinking man's game, I would have already failed at it. I can't think for shit. There, I got no brains left. Stop thinking. Just grab onto something and hit me. Grab. Boom. There you go. Now, keep your chin down. Go. Boom. That's it. Now, that would be the next step. Stay right there. Follow me. I'm the bad guy. Oh, I'm the good guy. Boom. Right now, you're going to go boom, boom. You got to remember, you're going to knee, and as soon as you land, you're going to. So the knee is here. The headbutt is as you land. Right? So to exaggerate it for practice, you're going to go beep, right? You're going to come around as soon as you hook, boom, step and go past my shoulder. In reality, it's going to be short, sweet, and simple. You're going to go here, you're going to go bam, boom, right there. You're going to hit, and you're nice and low, boom, and then drive right in. All right? But you're going to make it a little more dancy-wancy, like a waltz, so that you can see it. Boom, pull and hit, bang, and then drop, boom, perfect. Go that way, just so we don't fuck up. So as you knee me, make sure you head somewhere here. So knee me, just grab a knee, boom, and then land. There you go, land and go off there somewhere like, you know what I mean? Just to save my teeth, I like them. Boom, boom, pull, boom, and put the headbutt in. Don't worry about my knee. There you go, unless it hurt you.
I'm all right.
I'm not, it hurt, that's good. Shit works, man, knees are vicious, bro. Boom. Well, I'm not even going to charge you extra for my medical. Go. Boom, boom. Good. Boom. See? Slow it down. You got it good. Which is what you want to do, but later on. You're going to go like that. Boom, boom, boom. Slam in and go. Yeah. See? But now, see, for the first couple, I want you to literally go so you can see it, you can feel it. All right? And then you're going to go boom, and then you're going to go boom. Right? But for now, just make sure you got this. You're trying to, here what you're trying to do is, you're trying to hit me in the nuts. Things are going good. Boom! You're trying to hit me in the nuts, but that happened, right? So like, okay, so I go to hit you in the nuts. Immediately I go like, boom, to hit you with a hook punch. So I'm the guy trying to do the hitting. I go to hit you in the nuts. Whoop, didn't work, right? So we're doing this whole drill, but we're breaking it down into one-piecers. The one piece I tried to hit you in the nuts, life went bad, right? Since I missed, now I got to try to hit you in the head. Boom! But I missed again. Now I got to pull and hit you in the knee. Boom, boom. Because sooner or later I got to win, right? But that's the reason this happens this way. So you work the drill, trying to go here, something got in the way. Try to go here, something got in the way. Bam! Right? Because now I got you here, and there's nothing for you to stop that. I mean, if you can stop that, life is really good. I mean, let's say you just point your knee way out over there as I go in, go. There you go.
Yeah, no
and then, so now your knee doesn't hurt, but your balls are swole. Right? Boom. Boom. Bang. Good. You getting it? Sweet. Let me see, make sure that this is still going. All right, good. We got back on here at least. But
Like you say, it's about the concepts.
once you feel comfortable with this stuff, it's gonna just start flying. It's not like this. You know, it's just like this a little bit, kind of rocky actually, and then all of a sudden it's like a light bulb and you're like, then it's almost like when you have this, I had it one time anyway, I mean, and it seemed like we were in the clouds, and when all of a sudden we got out, it was just like, it was just like, just once we got out of the damn clouds, you know, because remember, you're going 500 miles an hour up in that beast. So you're in there doing this, and all of a sudden, you're out, and there's nothing to make you shake, so it stops immediately. It doesn't kind of slow down, get better. It goes from to boop, nothing, right? So it's the same way. You're going to get all this stuff in your head, and then it's just going to be like smooth sailing. Because you'll figure out that all those little questions about should it be here, should it be here, should it be here, okay? Should it be here? Don't mean shit. Don't mean shit. Because you're never going to react that way. You imagine a guy goes into the ring and closes his eyes. They do. They've shown people on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and you even get a cover for this kind of shit. You get a cover for going in the ring and closing your eyes, and there's a dude like this getting smashed, sweat flying off his head, and you know how they'll show all the ripples of the punch, and his eyes are totally fucking closed. What did he think was going to happen? They were going to give him a bouquet of flowers? He knew he was going to be getting punched in his face, yet you still close your eyes, bro. These are professional boxers. That's why, like I said, that old school teaching you, from here not to blink, that's stupid. That's a protective measure, blinking, right? Not only does it lubricate your eyes and get shit out of your eyes, but something comes at you, that part is not about lubrication, it's about protection. Well, depending on what it is, it may go through your eye. Like if it's a knife, it doesn't matter what you did. Or people, when somebody puts a gun out and they do this, think about it. It happens all the time. That's a natural response. Who in the fuck really thinks that that's going to do with nobody? Nobody that would have be like, all right, well, would you be more? No, that bullet's going to go through your hands, probably through your head, and the guy behind you could be like this, like he's thinking he's Matrix, he's going to go through his too, right?
But
Yet
it's
people,
it's like the bong sow, which is also known as oh shit.
The oh shit block. So if you can do this 500 times, remember, if someone's not jumping out of shit, scaring you all the time, and your natural response is this, but you can untrain that. Because if you do something a lot more to sink into your brain than this, like doing this 10,000 times, I guarantee you when somebody throws a punch at you, this stops being the go-to. This becomes your go-to. Or maybe even this will become your go-to. But you gotta train, that's not 200 or 300 times. You gotta do that shit ton. And it will, I'm telling you. I have done the weirdest shit. And it looks really weird when you're trying to do life things in a martial arts way. Like you're trying to box out water droplets when people are doing this with water at you and you think you're gonna pop. It's not that you think you're going to. It's just like, you don't think you're gonna stop that bullet, but that's just what happens. So just like this happens, and just like training so much that you start doing weird shit around your friends and they look at you, that's because you've done something so long. And that's the problem. We've for so long done these drills without someone explaining it to you, not properly, just a different way. Yeah, the drill is good, but picture this. And now when it happens to you, you're gonna see it like that. You're gonna see hands presenting themselves and you're breaking the back of hands. Because you know that my knuckles will break the back of your hand. My elbows will break the back of your hand. The top of my head will break the back of your hand. I've had 3 people break their hands on top of my head. I know the shit works. So whenever that opening happens to be there, no matter what it is, I know my elbow can do it, my head could do it, or my knee could do it. So now it's just a matter of it's here, bam, I'll do that. If it's here, bam, I'll do that. If you grab my wrist, right, I'll just turn this part and go wham, and take this little bone and break. Why am I going to sit here and do this, and then get you into this, right, or bring you to here into this, and then walk you? That's the biggest bunch of bullshit in the world. You grab my wrist, I know you're going to pull me. You're going to pull me, and if I land here, my next step is going to be to go here, and then I've got to get my knee back here, so that that bone, and I go crack. I don't want to do it here, right here, bang, and you're going to let go. And then the second you let go, I'm just going to go bang, and as I land, this one's going to come out, boom, and then it's going to come back, boom, and then I'm going to cup your ear, boom, and then I'm going to elbow you here again, boom, and then I'm going to come. Well, I'm going to use my hands, but it's the same thing. So if it's the hand I need, I can do it with the knee, right? If you grab me here, right? So you grab there you go, right? Then I'm just going to turn this puppy, just turn a little bit, and then use this elbow. Just literally turn a little bit, bang, come back to it. Why am I going to try to get you in a lock and you're fighting me? I'm going to turn a little bit and come back with this one, boom. Because even if you grab me, go ahead and grab my shirt. This is what's going to happen. You grab my shirt, grab, no, go ahead and grab it. Well, grab that side. There you go, because the mic's not on there, right? Look what happens. No, hold on, grab my shirt. Don't let go. Don't let go of my shirt.
Fuck up your shirt.
Bang! That's what's going to happen right there. Unless you grab my shoulder, yeah, I don't give a shit about this shirt. You're going to pull on my shirt, I'm going to pull away, and your arm's going to be way over there, right? And then what are you going to do? You're going to try to wrap it around my neck, because that's what every Tom, Dick, and Harry's been taught for the last 20 years. Jokes, jokes. He's gonna try to get that thing around my neck, and I'm gonna thumb out your eyes and break your fucking jaw and everything else on the way. Flow. Cool. Guys, thank you. Listen to this stuff. One day, it's just like my parents. My dad told me something, I wouldn't say shortly before he passed. It was a while before he passed. And probably a couple of weeks ago, I was like, shit, he was right again. He passed about 9 months ago, and he's still right on shit he told me. And I'm a 55-year-old man. So you're going to thank me one day for this stuff if you start using it. If you just keep thinking it's shit and don't put it in your memory bank and don't try to see where it fits in this puzzle, because this shit is a puzzle, then it's not going to mean shit. But if you use it the way it's supposed to and you really listen, you are one day going to be like, damn, that dude said it again, did it again. Because I'm doing it all day, every day for the last 25, 30 years, just training for 40, but for the like 25 or 30, getting this shit and condensing it and telling you the truth, man. I've been in more shit than I care to mention. I haven't been to the nicest places in the world, so I get into a lot of fights, I get into a lot of shit, I get into a lot of arguments. And more so than that, it's the shit that I see. Right? When you go to places like Panama and stuff, people act like assholes in the street. They're just doing whatever they want to do. Laws are different than here. You go to different countries, and even when you're not involved, you see shit that's different than in this country, and you're like, different types of fights. You know, but it's the reason they fight. The fights are the same. The grabbing, the this, the that, but the reasons they're fighting because of bravado, just looking at someone's wife. So you see a lot more fights. And you're like, shit, well, okay, what? And you figure stuff out. And then you know what buttons to press, too. By seeing what gets people riled up, and you know you got to fight because it's going to get ugly. If I want to fight, I want to get you as pissed as I can so that you do something stupid. So I will say something maybe about your girl because I know that because of your bravado, that's going to make you fight. Maybe not so much in Idaho, but in Puerto Rico and Brazil, you say something about somebody's woman, you're in deep shit. And it's about to go down. Oh, I trash talk.
Not my style.
Oh, that's mine, big time. Especially if you want to get it done quick, trash talk, get it done, boom, and out. Otherwise, this is back and forth, and you got to say a lot. Thank you, guys. Thank you.